Good morning, students. Welcome to the online class for Standard 8. Today we'll continue the poem My Mother, written by APJ Abdul Kalam. We had already discussed about the poet, about his life, about his achievement as a scientist and as a writer. So let's come to the chapter. My Mother by APJ Abdul Kalam. So, as I had already discussed with you, that God couldn't be everywhere, so He created Mother. And there are many emotions which are associated with Mother, and there are some qualities which you have to write down here, like caring, loving, affectionate, active, helpful. Okay, so there are so many qualities which can be associated with the mother, and there are 8 which you have to write down here, and you can make the wave chart and do it in the classwork copy. Next, come to the poem. Sea waves, golden sand, pilgrim's faith, Rameshwaram, Moss Street, all merged into one, my mother. You come to me like heaven's caring arms. So here in this poem, the poet wants to say that the different characteristics which are mentioned here, like the sea wave, and as you know, Rameshwaram is surrounded by the Bay of Bengal, the beautiful sea, and there are sea waves and the golden sand, the beaches. The color of the sand is golden. Pilgrim's faith, and as you know, Rameshwaram is a very important pilgrimage place. So where people come to visit the Lord Rameshwaram, and it is one of the Char Dhams, and so it is a place of faith and worship. And Rameswaram Moss Street is the Moss Street where he was born and brought up. And all these are merged into, and merge, the word merge means mixed up. So all these are merged, or it gets into one character, and that is the mother. So merged into one. And what is this one refer to? My mother. And my mother, whose mother he is referring here? He is referring to the mother of his own. That's poet's mother. You come to me like heaven's caring arms. So in this line, you refers to whom? Poet's mother, and me refers to the poet APJ Abdul Kalam. You come to me like heaven's caring arms. Here the poet has compared the mother's caring hands with the caring arms of the heaven, with the gods, which is full of care. So there is comparison between the mother's caring arms and the heaven's caring arms. And what is the device you say it? What is the figurative speech? Figure of speech here? It is simile, simile. If you have the books, you can mention it here. Okay. So while discussing, you can underline the things, you can write down the points and the word meaning, everything. So here the word like refers that it is the simile. And what is simile? Comparison between the two things, and direct comparison you can say. And this one is by using the words like and as. I remember the war days when life was challenge and toil, miles to walk hours before sunrise, walking to take lessons from the saintly teacher near the temple, again miles to the Arab teaching school. So here the poet is saying, or he is referring to the difficult times he underwent. So his life was not very smooth sailing. The poet, he belonged to a poor family, and he led a very simple life, and he continued living that throughout his career. So even if he was a great scientist, but still his living style was very simple, as he knew what are the challenges of life. I remember the war days when life was challenge and toil. Toil means hard work. So during the war time, so he was born in the year 1931, October 15, and when he was only 8 years old, the World War II broke out, and it was 1939. And during that time, India also took part as the British Indian Army, you can say. So India also took part, and the situation in India became very miserable. emergency like situation was created, and during that time life of the people become very miserable, and it was full of suffering, it was full of challenges. And you can see the picture of the World War II, so many destructions, deaths, it occurred. And Hiroshima Nagasaki, as you know that, isn't it, in your history you read it. So it was full of struggle for people. And he says when he was a small kid, when he was a small child, he faced all these situations when life was full of challenge and hard work. And what he had to do, miles to walk before sunrise, walking to take lessons from the saintly teacher near the temple, again miles to the Arab teaching school. So, as a small child, he didn't deviate from his studies. He was a very studious boy. And what he had to do, before sunrise, he has to wake up. He has to wake up before sunrise, and what he had to do? He had to walk miles. So he had to walk long distance. He has to cover long distance. Why? There are two things. First, to take lessons from the saintly teacher who lived near the temple, and then again he has to go to the Arab teaching school. You can underline these two things. So climb sandy hills to railway station road. You can see the picture of the station. So climb sandy hills. So he has to climb hills to the station road. What for? To collect, distribute newspapers to temple city citizens. The word city citizens, it collect, distribute newspapers to temple city citizens. City citizens, it is repetition of the same sound, it's called alliteration. So what he had to do, first he had to walk miles to take lessons from the saintly teacher who lived near the temple, and to take lessons from Arab teaching school. Then next point is that he had to climb hills. What for? To go and collect. As during the World War II, all the emergency services, all the services were stopped. Only some few of the emergency services were restored. So the train which came to Rameshwaram didn't have a halt there. It went to Dhanushkoti. So Rameshwaram station wasn't the halting station for that train. And what happened in that train? The newspapers used to come, and Kalam's cousin, he walked there. His job was to collect the newspaper, and as the train didn't stop at Rameshwaram, so what they had to do, it had to be thrown out of the train, and these people, they needed somebody to catch it and collect it. And Abdul Kalam got his first job, you can say, as a boy who collected the newspaper from there, from the moving train. It was thrown outside, and these boys, they used to catch it or collect it from there. And Abdul Kalam, he collected the newspaper and distributed them to the people. Few hours after sunrise, going to school, evening, business times, before study at night. So this was the daily routine of Abdul Kalam. So he had to wake up before sunrise, climb the and take lessons from the people, and then climb hills to collect the newspaper and distribute them to the people. And then few hours after sunrise, so he had to go to school, and then evening he helped his father in the business, and he helped in the business and before study at night, and at night he used to study. All this pain of a young boy. So during that time he was only 8-9 years old and a small boy, and he did all these activities, all this work. So all this pain of a young boy, my mother, you transformed into pious strength. So he is saying that all this pain of waking up so much, walking miles, doing all these activities, helping family. So all this pain of a young boy. Who is this young boy referred here? He is the little boy Abdul Kalam. My mother, you transformed into pious strength. So, the poet is saying that mother, you changed. What is the meaning of transformed here? Changed into strength. All this pain was converted into strength. How? How it converted into strength? Here it is given in the last two lines. With kneeling and bowing 5 times for the grace of Almighty only you, mother. So you can see what is the meaning of kneeling and bowing 5 times a day? Offering namaz. Okay. So kneeling and then bowing to God for the grace, for the blessings of the Almighty only. So the mother's faith in God gave strength to the children. The mother's faith and her dedication, her devotion, it provided strength to the children. So he says, my mother, you transformed, you changed my pain into strength. How? By your faith, by your devotion towards God. So, and your prayers, your blessings, and with kneeling and bowing 5 times means she was very religious. She was very devoted lady. She offered namaz 5 times a day. And why? For the blessing of the God, so that her children would be free from all the troubles. The children will be safe and sound. Your strong pity is your children's strength. You always shared your best with whoever needed the most. You always gave and gave with faith in him. So as you can see, the mother, so she was very religious, from that line we knew, and she was very helpful, and she was full of devotion. And your strong pity is your children's strength. Your pity is the strength of your children. Your kindness, your sharing attitude, your caring attitudes is the strength of your children. You always shared your best with whoever needed the most. So the mother knew who needed what. So she shared everything with them. So she shared whatever best she had, and to whom? To the person who needed it the most. So she was very sharing. She loved sharing. You always gave and gave with faith in him. Him, him. What does it mean here? Him, him. Him is the Almighty, the God. So she is very devoted, and she gave and gave. She was very helpful and with faith in him. So the lady, the mother, so she always gave and gave with faith in him. She had all faith, all hopes on the God Almighty. I still remember the day when I was 10, sleeping on your lap to the envy of my elder brothers and sisters. It was full moon night, my world, only you knew, mother, my mother. So he did so much work, he got tired, he got exhausted, but still he didn't deviate from his work. So it didn't give any excuse that he has some problem. So rather he continued fighting it. And he says that I was only 10 years old, and I had to undergo all this thing, working for the family to support. And he says that I was only 10 years old, a small child, and when I was sleeping on your lap, you can see the picture next to your left side. So when I was sleeping on your lap, and my elder brothers and sister, they became envious. Envy means jealous. They become jealous that you take lot of care of me, you love me more than them. So when I used to sleep on your lap, and all my problems were vanished. So it was full moon night, my world, only you knew, mother, my mother. So when I used to sleep on your lap, my brothers and sisters, they become jealous of me. They thought you loved me more. But my mother, you knew the world. You knew my world. My world, only you knew. So what is that world? The world of science, the world of planets, the world of stars. So it was full moon night. So when I was watching the sky, the night sky with full of stars and the planets and the moon, so you knew what I wanted before my telling. So you knew my world, my mother. Only you are the person who understood my dreams, who knew my dreams. When at midnight I woke with tears falling on my knee, you knew the pain of your child, my mother. So, your caring hands tenderly removing the pain, your love, your care, your faith gave me strength to face the world without fear and with His strength. We will meet again on the great judgment day, my mother. So, the poet is telling that the young boy Kalam underwent so much suffering, trouble, and he says, when at midnight I woke up and crying because of the pain, because of that suffering. I couldn't bear that pain. So when I woke up at midnight and would cry and falling on my knees, I'll cry. So what happened? You knew the pain. It was only you who understood the pain of your child. Your caring hands tenderly removing the pain. So your hands, which are full of caring, full of love, and full of affection, it took away tenderly, very softly removed the pain. So when you touched me, when you took me in your arms, when you hugged me, so all the pains were gone. And it was your caring hands that tenderly removed the pain of me. Your love, your care, your faith gave me strength. So, these are the things which gave me strength to do what? What for? To face the world without fear. To face the world without fear and with His strength. So, it was because of your love, your care, and your faith in God that instilled the strength in me, that instilled the courage in me, and I could face the world without any fear. There is no fear in my mind. I could face this world, and I have the strength of His. His means here God. So, with the strength of God and with your love, care, and faith, and I'm able to face this world without any fear. And we will meet again on the great judgment day, my mother. So, what is judgment day? The day when one dies and he meets the God, and there is the final, you can say that what good things you have done, what bad things you have done, so it all will be judged there. So at judgment day is also considered to be the last day. Okay, so do you think the mother is still alive? No. So we will meet again on the great judgment day, my mother. So here the poet is telling that, oh mother, so as you are not with me, but your strength, your love and care is with me always, and I can feel your presence. I can get strength from you, and though you are not alive now, not physically alive, so you're not with me now, but I still can connect with you. I will meet again on the great judgment day, my mother. So I'll come and meet with you. And this is all about the feelings of the poet for his mother, and he just gives respect, he gives the credit for his being success. He says because of the mother, her love and her care, affection, her that sharing and caring attitude, all the qualities he learned from the mother, and it made him a good human being. It made him what he is now. He is successful because of the hard work, because of the encouragement of the mother. So this is all for today. We will continue the discussion on question answers and all the extracts in the next class. Thank you.